Hello, welcome to this video where we're going to deep dive into my song Orbit. If you're not sure who I am, you're not sure what video you've clicked on, my name is Luke. I am a alt-pop indie artist from Brighton in the UK, and I released a debut single earlier this year called Orbit, and thank you so much to everybody who has streamed that song so far. When I put that out, my goal as a brand new artist was 500 streams in that first month. Would have been incredible. We're nearly coming up on 1,500 in that time frame, so really big thank you to everybody who has streamed that song, and I'm so glad that you are out there liking it. We've got more coming throughout 2026, and hopefully we can have more of these videos if you are enjoying seeing the kind of creative process behind how I put this song together. But without further ado, let's dive in, see how I made this song. So here we are in the Logic session for Orbit. You see quite a lot of tracks, so I'm not going to go through them one by one. We're kind of up to about 70 tracks if you're including all of the buses and the effects that I put together. But we'll kind of go through the main things that I think make this song this song. You can see some of the creative decisions that I made. The very first thing that I did when writing this song was I knew that I wanted a song that was kind of reminiscent for me of two artists, Katie Baser and Salem Elise, and their songs Bicker and Tallboy. They've got this kind of paused, kind of syncopated keys section. So if you have a listen to this Rhodes here, this is the very first thing that I put together on this track with these chords on this Fender Rhodes sound here, which is from the Contact library. Here's how this sounds. So that's the main chord progression of this song. That kind of goes out throughout the verses and the pre. And once I had that idea down, I knew I wanted to give it a little bit kind of a rougher sound around the edges. So I added these layers of organ and some synths alongside of it. Really kind of rough the edges up. And once I had those keys, that kind of really was giving me the bass kind of driver of the song. Next thing, we added this Lindrum. I knew I wanted the Lindrum sound straight away. I wanted that kind of lifelike, but also not sound to the drums, and the Lindrum just fits perfectly here. So if we have a listen to this Lindrum on its own in this big section. You've got that textbook, see it in a lot of synth pop. You see it, Prince used the Lindrum so much. And I knew that I wanted that sound to go along with these keys here to give it that kind of driving feel for this first release. From there, our next thing that we had to do is I went through and I structured the song out. I knew how I wanted this to go in terms of the general tension release throughout the song. So I knew we wanted to have things like a kind of little drop chorus moment. And doing this, kind of add in filters so the drums make them sound a little bit smaller so that when it comes back in, we can really feel that big energy release. That is coupled with the bass guitar here. It started out with the synth bass. Let's listen to that on its own, actually, that synth bass. Coupling that with a real picked, aggressive bass guitar. Gave me that direction that I wanted to go, where I'm coming from a background of listening to a lot of pop punk music. That is what I have done for kind of the last 10, 15 years that I have created music has all been kind of rock and pop punk related. So having that, we knew then had to have some distorted guitar. And when we put all that together, we really do get, let's mute the vocals just for now, we get the basis of the song, and that is kind of the whole thing of the song. It's these keys with this aggressive bass, the Linn drum, and some distorted guitar. So from there, it was just about adding the vocal. The vocal took quite a while on this song, I'm not going to lie. It took me a good few days to go kind of back and forth on different vocal ideas. When I first wrote this, the pre-chorus section, if we just give that a quick listen to, this pre-chorus section here.
Can't escape the way you move, show me the space and can't feel my heart.
That was for the first kind of day or two that this song existed. That was the chorus of the song. But I just felt like it didn't give the kind of height that I wanted it to. That felt like it was still growing for me and there was further that it could go, which is where we then get into the main hook for the song. And this idea came to me originally of going around in circles. Felt like I just kept going around in circles on the same person in my life over and over again. And originally that was the line. I've been feeling like I'm going around in circles. It felt a little bit too close to Circles by Post Malone. So I thought, how can we change it? This idea of Orbit came along, and then this really landed as the main chorus.
I've been feeling like I'm falling into orbit. Loving you is like a satellite I'm drawn in. Cause I've been feeling like I'm falling into orbit. Orbit.
And when we put that together, that is the crux of our song. That is 90% of this song is all revolving around that idea.
I've been feeling like I'm falling into orbit. Loving you is like a satellite I'm drawn in.
We got the small sound with the filters, building that tension. There's our release. So anybody that knows me as a songwriter knows that I really do fall into this idea of playing with tension and release. It's one of the things I think makes a song the best it can be, is if you have these moments where, as a listener, you can feel that something is about to come, and when it does, then it lets out this big kind of euphoric moment. It's something that I really try and do throughout different areas of the song. Particularly, the other kind of main section in here is this bridge. So I knew I wanted to have a bit of a kind of emotional section where things get dropped away. It becomes more just me and the keys, just the Rhodes on its own in this part. Really soft, really subtle. And then building up that tension, there is the drums added in. There's this little bongo line. Actually, let's have a listen to that bongo just on its own. Just a MIDI bongo line, adding a little bit of an extra flavor to it, so that in this section, again, we'll add the vocals in just a second. We're building something. MIDI saxophone line. So we can go back into that big chorus, that big final chorus, that's going to be the real big payoff. Let's have a listen to these vocals. This is where we do start adding in some more kind of BVs with some oohs in the backgrounds. You'll notice throughout most of this song, this all here, this is just the main vocal. This is duplicates, this is doubles, panned, left, right. So this is for the chorus.
Loving you is like a satellite I'm drawn in. Cause I've been feeling like I'm falling into orbit. Orbit.
I like to do that so that I can get this kind of in-your-face feel to the vocals. Whereas here in the bridge, it's kind of left just to one doubled vocal.
How is his name? Still mean a thing when stars align.
And the Rhodes.
Again, across the country.
Then we add in these oohs just to build that tension up. They go along with that sax line. And our big finish. So this is it. This is my song Orbit. This is the Logic session. You can see for there being nearly 70 odd tracks with the buses and the effects, there really isn't that many layers that are on it in terms of different ideas. It's a lot of sound design using the keys to have 4-5 different key parts that are actually the same chords played the exact same way. I think literally it's a copy of the first file, so they're not even played 5 different times. It's played once, and then just layering things up so that we can get this larger sound, because it is just me making this, and so to make it sound bigger I have to do a lot of layering. So that's my song Orbit. I hope you got a good idea of the kind of creative process here for me. I had a really good time making this song. I've got lots more coming throughout 2026, so if you enjoyed this song, head over to wherever it is you listen to music. I will put a link down in the description below, which you can follow, and it can take you to Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, wherever it is that you get your music from. And you can have a listen to the new music that's coming out. Make sure if you head over there that you give me a follow on Spotify. That really does help in making sure that Spotify knows people are wanting to hear more. It will push the songs out a little bit further. And the same on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, like, comment. It really, really does help to make sure that the right people find this music and we can share a bit of a community together. Thank you very much. I will see you next time.